Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We are only 2 days away from the Immortals promo that everybody has been talking about. The hype is building. The leaks are starting to come. We have the first official leaked player to talk about today, but it's time to also start talking about what makes this promo so special, and that is the fact that icons and heroes become packable from this promo because they're the only cards that are in packs. It's really a crazy phenomenon that we only are a couple years into seeing, as this is still a newer type of promo and it's way different from all the others that we get in this game, which makes it so fun and unique. We're going to take a look at those leaks today and talk about how it's going to continue to impact the market in multiple different ways, and how I think a lot of us now are saving our packs. Plus, we have another evolution that allows 90 rated cards, and EA dropped a guaranteed player pick SBC yesterday for the cards in packs, and everybody's doing it. Let's discuss it, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's go over that content from yesterday on Tuesday. Firstly, the normal stuff here in objectives. The rush points refresh on the weekly here. Same rewards, same everything per normal. Now, what's not the same is the new rush mode that EA added yesterday, which finally removes a lot of the restrictions from rush. You can use a Dream Chasers in the Dream Chasers only mode, which is the best mode to play at the moment because it gives 2.5x points to get the weekly and of course that specific Dream Chasers objective done. But there's also a very simple max 90 work it out mode for rush there as well, so that is decent if you want to get that done. Now let's go to SBCs, where it was a pretty big SBC day yesterday. It was a pretty big content day in general, but firstly with the SBCs, we had the showdown for the game that's happening this weekend between Al Nassr and Al Hilal. We have Milinkovic-Savic and Aymeric Laporte. Guys, honestly, both of these cards don't look that fantastic, but of course they could get a +2 for the win, +1 if a draw takes place. I don't know if it's a league game or a special type of game. Does it say here? It just says the Saudi Derby, so it doesn't say if it's a league game or if it's something different. I'm guessing league. In that case, there could be a draw, so there could be +1s to both of these cards if that were to happen. But 4-5 for Laporte here. Not an insane card. Missing Anticipate, missing Bruiser, but getting Aerial Plus, which is still pretty good for a center back. He's got Defender Plus Plus. Milinkovic-Savic, very interesting playstyles and roles as well. His roles look good. The playstyles maybe not so much. Only one passing playstyle. He's got just First Touch Plus and Bruiser Plus. No other defending playstyles, but at least both these SBCs are pretty cheap. It's just 2 squads to get done, 83 and 85 rated. They're like 43,000 coins to do. So you could do both for pretty cheap 90 rated cards, or skip it if none of that interests you. Now, the other SBC we had yesterday was for 2 of the Road to the Finals that we had leaked, but had not yet seen, and now we have them. We have Nuamwa from Lyon with Low Driven Plus and Rapid Plus and 97 pace. We also have Bahoya from Frankfurt with 93 pace and 92 dribbling with Quick Step and Power Shot. Personally, for me, since you can only take one of the two, I think I'm going to take Bahoya, but to be honest, this is another one of those cheap player SBCs that we continue to be seeing in this Dream Chasers promo. 82, 83, and 85 rated squads. Really easy to get done with the upgrade packs, and a 91 rated card to either put in the club for potential upgrades or just to put into a SBC like Hullet, or stock up on some of this fodder like the Garcia, like the Ben White. I mean, those are live cards. They're not necessarily just fodder, but maybe a card like Oblak, still worth doing a lot of these SBCs with your lower rated fodder at the moment to stock up on higher rated cards for SBCs, hopefully to come in during Immortals, that are huge. Now let's look at the upgrade packs from yesterday, because really the SBC that is making waves is the fact that EA dropped the UEFA Dream Chasers trade-in. Not the fact that they dropped it, but the fact that they dropped a player pick. Guys, these have only been packs so far, and we got a player pick. This is an absolute dub. Now, it doesn't make it any more really worth it, in my opinion. It makes it a little bit more interesting, because instead of just a 1-player pack, you got a 1 of 3 player pick. I got Bentancur from this yesterday. There was a lot of people getting some pretty poor pulls, but it feels like you have a better chance at packing something good because it is a player pick, and it does include the heroes as well. It does not include the icons, but the heroes are a part of it, which is cool, and it takes 3 Dream Chasers cards as you would expect. Now, the biggest question with this is, how are the Dream Chasers moving on the market? They are moving very good. Crazy, honestly, for the UCL Dream Chasers. These cards are the most rare They are 30,000 coins, 30K right now for Hugo Bueno, Kokshu, and a couple of the others. Since there's not very many UCL Dream Chasers, I would not buy those. But if you have those in your club tradable, insane profits there. They were 15K, 14K yesterday. They're now 30,000 coins. Now, the cards that didn't go up as much, but they're still up, are the Conference League cards. These cards are right now, I believe, 19K, 19 to 20,000 coins per Conference League item. And these were what, 12, 13, 14K in the last day or so. They're now 20K. So good profits if you invested in any of these. Same thing with the Europa League cards. I believe they're right around 19 to 20,000 coins. Now, personally, I think these are going to go up still today because it is a player pick. It has extra demand and more people, I think, are going to be doing it. And these cards are still not that packable, right? We've been complaining all week about the Dream Chasers pack luck. Of course, a lot of us have packed the lower tier players, which has allowed us to do this SBC. Maybe have one or two of these in your due storage, maybe from doing player picks or whatever, maybe the 85 threes that have expired or the new 84-7, which we're going to look at. I mean, sure, we want to do this SBC because it's a player pick, but since these cards are tougher to pack, it is making them be a little more expensive on the market. And I think people are going to go out and buy them more today. I don't know if I'd say go buy them for 20,000 coins to maybe sell at like 25K, but they could go, especially for the Europa League cards since they're more rare. The Europa League, I think those cards can maybe hit 25, maybe the Conference League are like 22 to 23. So again, not necessarily something I'd buy to invest for a further rise, but if you had them already, bought them lower, and you're lazy listing, I think you could lazy list a little bit higher today with that SBC refreshing. That was kind of crazy to see how much hype there was for that and how much the cards went up. But again, it kind of makes sense again because this promo of players is a bit harder to pack. Now, yesterday, the upgrade pack SBC refresh, the 85-3 went away. They brought an 84x7 out in return. Only one squad, 84 rated with an inform, which is fantastic. Love this pack. I actually haven't opened any of mine yet. It's stuck behind all my other packs from the Dream Chaser grind. But that's a good one. We love that one there. And then the 83 3 of 10, which requires, I think it's an 82 rated squad or an 83 rated squad with an inform, which once again, with an inform required here 3 times per day and an inform required here 3 times per day, you have got more inform demand. And surprisingly, informs didn't go up that much. Like they were 11,000 coins as we looked at. I think right now they're about 12K. If you have informs and you invested, I would keep lazy listing these because I think more and more people are going to be buying all of these informs throughout the rest of the week because think about it. Nobody wants to let even a player pick or especially an 84x7 go to waste right now with what is being leaked and talked about for this next promo. I know a lot of people are starting to save packs. We've been discussing that. We've been talking about that. Whether you're saving packs or whether you're still opening, nobody wants to let one of these skip, right? Because they're good SBCs and we want to do them all the time. So with the inform demand that is there, I think informs could continue to go up. I think I would keep lazy listing at 14 to 15K if I had them. And hopefully today you see some more positive movement. We are going to get a new team of the week today. There's actually been no leaks for that as I'm recording this video, which is a bit interesting. But that could maybe bring some more informs onto the market. I still think informs could hopefully go to 13 to 14 and then get some lazies in the 14 to 15K range there. So that was yesterday's SBC content. Kind of a crazy day. We had 6 different SBCs. It was a busy day inside of that part of the game, and that wasn't all. Yesterday was kind of a full content day for a Tuesday because we also finally had the left back Evo. Yes, that was the one that was leaked right on Monday and then didn't drop. Here it is. It's called Enter Stage Left, and the surprising thing about this Evo is it allows 90 rated left backs to be placed into it. And it's only 10,000 coins. I think when I saw the price right away and I started looking at the upgrade, I was like, hold on a second. The leaks were making this seem like it was going to be an absolutely mental evolution because some of these 90 rated players fit into it. Or maybe that was just our own community hype because the last Evo that allowed 90 rateds was an absolutely insane one, but it's only 10,000 coins. I still think it's a good Evo, but a lot of people were describing it as mid compared to what maybe we were expecting it to be. But it gives great playstyles: slide tackle, jockey, incisive, bruiser, intercept, jockey plus at the end there as well. I mean, those are very good playstyles. Whether you have a left back who's got 1 playstyle plus or maybe somebody who's got 2, I think jockey plus is solid. And it's just cool to finally see 90 rated cards getting boosted. Now, the overall boosts aren't that crazy. Like Petit gets a nice defense and physical boost. Zé Roberto Winter wildcards, he gets a boost as well to dribbling, defense, and physical. And that's really all that this upgrade gives is dribbling, defense, and physical. So if your card doesn't have very good pace stats or passing stats, this isn't going to give them a whole lot of boost in that category. But I mean, it's still a good evo for 10,000 coins. I think this is great for upgrading a card who you want to use in the here and now. Like, look at Sasha Bowie. He goes up to 92 physical, 89 defending, and 88 dribbling, and he gets playstyles. That's the big thing. It adds the playstyles, adds the playstyle plus, and it gives some good stat boost, and it gives fullback plus plus. That's the thing too that we like about this evo. Maybe your card that you're wanting to evolve does not have the fullback plus plus. They get that with this evo, which is great. So again, it wasn't as crazy hyped as maybe it was made out to be, but still it's pretty good. I think the Ferland Mendy, if you did his grassroots SBC, the only problem with putting Mendy into this is that you lose the chemistry, which French Real Madrid player, the chemistry probably isn't an issue unless you were trying to do some sort of hybrid with him and didn't have many French or Madrid players in your team or La Liga at all. But that's still a decent upgrade for him. Plus 2 physical, plus 2 defending, plus 1 dribbling for that Ferland Mendy, and worth it in my opinion. Personally, I don't want to put Zé Roberto on this. I want to wait until he fits something better. And I think what I'm going to end up doing with this evolution is putting in Weston McKennie, because this is going to set him up really well for a chain. This is the thing that I noticed with this evo the most. If there's a lower rated left back that you want to evo, this is the place to start them, because it only gives a +2 overall. This Weston McKennie is struggling for playstyles, but he gets multiple of them added here. He gets the bruiser, gets the slide tackle, gets the intercept, he gets the jockey plus and the incisive, and he gets good rolls, and he still has a lot of room for potential upgrades. So I have not evolved him yet, besides a weak foot upgrade. I think I'm going to be putting him in there because it only gives a very small +2 overall. Like that a lot about this evo. Now, of course, since the evo wasn't as crazy hyped, some of those cards that were really inflated and really invested in for this tanked hard. Always selling the hype. Once again, we were talking about it yesterday on stream. Especially, here's an also thing to look at when these cards go crazy in price for evos, right? Roberto Carlos was 370,000 coins. His max price is 650. He was all the way up at 550. That is so close to his max price range. Like, that's one of those kind of things that you look at to just know it's time to sell. Especially you want to sell on the hype, but it's time to sell 100% when a card gets up that close to their max price, just purely off of leaks and speculation, right? He's back down now still in the 380,000 coin range, 370s. There's still some people that are probably going to put Carlos into this evolution because it's a Roberto Carlos Evo. And I mean, he does look pretty good, let's be honest. It gives him some very needed defensive play styles, and it gives him the jockey plus and some good defense, dribbling, and physical boost. But like, that's a card you want to sell on the hype, and a lot of the other left backs that were pumped for this definitely dropped in price. So let me know in the comments what you think about that evolution there. Left backs like this Alphonso Davies were crashing. Like, he went from 700,000 coins down to under 600k and then rebounded back up because it wasn't that insane of an evo. It's still a good one, but it wasn't that insane. That was all the content yesterday on a Tuesday. It's probably not going to be as exciting for today on Wednesday or even tomorrow on Thursday until we get into the Immortals promo, which is what we need to talk about next. Firstly, I can't wait to see the Dream Chasers kind of like promo stuff in here go away. Give me the Immortal stuff. I hope today that we get some sort of little splash screen info, loading screen sort of situation for the promo, because it seems like now all the hype is going to turn towards that. And let's talk about why this promo does have hype and take a look at one of the massive leaks that confirms this promo is kind of what we thought it is, guys. It is the big bro and the little bro versions. Immortals is going to bring back what we loved from the all icon hero promos from in previous years, like Trophy Titans and Golazo, which we're going to refer to today. But this is a brand new concept, and this is why this promo is hype, because the last 2 years that we have had this, it has been super hype. Not for all the icons and heroes that'll be in packs, but for some of them, we will have a big bro version with the best stats, the highest rating, maybe 3 playstyle pluses at this stage of the game. And then there will be a little bro version. As you can see here, during Trophy Titans the first year, they had that little down arrow on the rating. A more packable version, still very good, but like really packable, man. The little bros, if you guys remember back here in like FIFA 23, this Del Piero had, this is the big bro Del P, right? This was such a sick promo for the dynamic images as well. They all had trophies. It was insane, right? But he had a little bro version. It was becoming one of the cheapest icons on the market. This was back when we didn't have a ton of promo icons and packs, and this made icons so packable. Like, think about how much you've packed Palulu and Vidra or Aitor Paredes this week from Dream Chasers on the lower bottom level of this team. That's how it's going to be with icons, the little bro icons that are dropped in this promo, the lower rated ones, the fodder ones, right? It's like a normal promo, but it's with icons and it's with heroes, which just has some sort of special feeling to it. And that's why it makes this promo unique. And that is the most hype thing about this promo, is that like you're packing icons and heroes instead of just packing regular players, which is cool. For evolutions, a lot of these cards are going to end up fitting Evos. You look back to last year, cards that were on the Little Bro version, Colère here, Dempsey, Okocha, Berbatov. This Sol Campbell card was insane for the price. I mean, this card was crazy. 87 pace with Aerial and Bruiser, 91 defense and 92 physical, and he was a whopping 300,000 coins, which seems maybe a little expensive for right now with where center backs are in the game. But like, there's going to be a card like this in this promo this year that's going to be super cheap, just like the Sol Campbell was last year. Like, you know, this Robin Van Persie card, this one was really mind-boggling to us last year. This was the big bro Van Persie. 94 shooting with finesse and technical plus. He was 50K. 50K after he was in packs for a week for a 91 rated striker Van Persie. That's crazy, with 5-star weak foot as well and 4-star skills. It's the combination of the packability of the icons plus the players that they get into this. Like Cafu last year. Obviously, Cafu's a huge name card. This was like the best right back in the game last year. He was only 1 million coins, 1.2 mil. The Thunderstruck Cafu, which was the best version before that at the time, this promo came out at the end of March. He was still 1.1 million coins when this promo was about to drop. He went all the way to 500K, literally halved in price. We're going to talk about the market a little bit more, but that's the hype of this promo, is that we're going to have big bro icons, the little bro. That's one of the craziest things too when you're opening packs during this promo. I wish I could open a pack. I have player picks from Weekend League rewards right there. But when you open a pack for this promo and you see the animation, you're like, oh, dip, I'm getting an icon. I'm getting a hero. Is it going to be the big bro? Is it going to be the little bro? Or you even see like German, center back, icon. You're like, I know I'm getting Beckenbauer, but which one is it? That's an added part of the fun for this promo that we'd love to see. So it just makes icons and heroes more packable. Sure, some of them are not the most meta, but it's just fun and it's different. And then the SBCs and the evolutions that we hope to see as well with this, we have high hopes because this promo has delivered in the past 2 years, and third time's hopefully going to be the charm again, and it's going to deliver this time. Now, let's speak of more leaks. Beckenbauer is getting a card, by the way. The thing we don't know yet about this is who's getting the big bro and who's getting the little bro. Beckenbauer is getting a card in this promo. EA announced it when they dropped him in the game weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. We just don't know if he's going to have two versions. R9 is coming as an Immortals icon in this promo as well. He's kind of like the first real leak because Immortals, Beckenbauer was already mentioned by EA. But R9's getting another card. Kind of crazy, right? Just after he had this insane evolution that a lot of people spent a lot of coins on. Now, granted, is this one going to be better than that Evo? I don't know. Hopefully they go with 3 playstyle pluses again for these heroes and icons. Not all of them, but for the top tier, like upper echelon players, and maybe they fit in a few more into this promo. 3 playstyle pluses is a must. And again, skill move, weak foot upgrades, all that good stuff. This is a predicted stat R9 card, and he's going to be like the face of the promo 100%. But there's going to be a lot of other players, and this one's going to be super not packable at all. I almost said super packable, super not packable. I don't think he's going to have a little bro just because he had a winter wild cards already that was kind of like that. He had the 95 winter wild cards, and then he had the lower 91 that fits the Evos. So I don't think he's going to have a little bro. And again, we say little bro and big bro. Does that kind of make sense? I know there's no other real way to describe. There's like the A tier, the B tier, there's the main version, and there's the lower rated version. Like, it's just always been called big bro and little bro for these cards. It's kind of a fun way to put it, but that's the only leak that we have right now besides Beckenbauer, right, is the R9. Now, I want to look at TheFutAccountant Sheriff tweet yesterday too. He mentioned something that I thought was pretty interesting. Only icons and heroes, right? New evolutions, of course, hopefully centered around icons and heroes, which could be really cool. R9's confirmed, predicted stats. Baby versions, little bro versions, also coming as SBC. I find that really interesting because I think some of us would rather have the big bros and like the main versions inside of the SBCs unless it's like a huge player like an R9. Now, there's no leak for an R9 SBC. He's going to be in packs, but like that would be kind of cool if it's that big name of a player that's going to have a big bro card in packs and then a little bro as an SBC. That could be pretty cool. Now, as we get more leaks, because that's the only leak that we have right now, but as we get more, guys, watch out for the market, especially on some of the icons that are already existing. any icon who's going to get a promo in this team that is not leaked yet is headed for a big price crash, just like this Cafu from last year. It's not a good time to be holding on to icons, especially if it's an icon that has not had a promo for a while. Where's Bobby Charlton? Bobby Charlton at a future star, so he's at 800K. He had a Golazo card last year that was super hype. If you guys remember that card in this promo, that 94 Charlton, that was his first, I believe, his first promo icon of the year, and it was super duper crazy. Just watch out for more panic selling on a lot of icons, especially expensive ones. R9 got leaked. He dropped literally 1 million coins from 6.6 mil to 5.6 where he is. Vieira wasn't even leaked yesterday. He has a foot birthday. I doubt Vieira gets into this promo, but Vieira went from almost like 5.5, 5.7 million coins. He was down as low as 5 or 4.2, 4.3, and then he kind of rebounded back up. But just cards like that. I think Thierry Henry is another card. It's mostly the expensive ones, but I think some of the cheaper ones are going to start dropping off too. Anybody who's leaked to be getting a card in this promo, you can see 3.3 mil down to 2.9, and now he's back to almost 3.1. But icons are going to get hurt the most in this promo, but the whole entire market, anything that is really expensive, even some team of the years, especially if there's going to be a lot of 3 playstyle pluses floating around with this, I think you'd want to be a little bit more careful. And with more leaks definitely coming today and for sure tomorrow, I just think I would be really careful with expensive cards on the market. Expensive cards for sure. I'm mostly liquid at the moment. I did buy a Doumbia yesterday. We tried to flip him. Didn't work out super great. We lost like 30K on him. But we made some coins on the Leon Bailey, on some of the Evo investments that we made weeks ago, and some of these cards that I sold way too early right after content yesterday. I do have a couple of Roberto Carlos's that I'm trying to flip just because he was a card, again, that people are putting in the evolution. And I have a couple of Lewandowski's as well. But I'm not going to, risk a ton of coins today. I'm hoping that some of these cards can rebound back up a little bit. But I'm not going to risk a ton of coins knowing there's going to be leaks, knowing that there's a lot of hype for the Immortals promo. So last thing to mention is ASY yesterday tweeted out this graphic. Heroes that didn't receive special cards in FC25 until now. There's a lot of heroes that have not gotten cards. Like, how is Park Ji-sung, Peter Crouch, and Papin or Brolin not got a special card this year? Crazy, right? I think that most of these cards in here, at least a few, are going to be in this promo team because he's, of course, tweeting this out with the eyes emoji. I don't know if it's going to be all of them, but at least some of them, I would have to imagine, are going to be getting in this promo team. So if any of those heroes speak to you, be on the lookout for more of those leaks. Now, speaking of leaks, we're going to kind of shift gears, go away from talking about Immortals just into other SBCs that are going to be coming soon. We got a Premier League Player of the Month leak. This is coming on Friday. Bruno Fernandes has won the Premier League Player of the Month. His SBC would probably be 89 or 90 rated. We'll just have to see what they end up doing. Hopefully it's not super pricey. The Mohamed Salah SBC, which is the current Premier League Player of the Month that was out, which actually he has 12 days left, but the way the voting kind of went this time around, I think the Bruno Fernandes and the Salah would be out at the same time. I don't believe this is going to expire before the Bruno Fernandes comes out. There's going to be some overlap there. That's my guess, at least. But this would probably be coming on Friday. Whenever the Player of the Month voting ends, then the SBC usually comes out the corresponding Friday. So unless EA is going to do something different because Mohamed Salah is still out, you would expect this to be this Friday, and hopefully it's cheap and it's a fun one to do. Player of the Months are either good value and they're super cheap and it's a good card, or they're just exorbitantly overpriced and nobody wants to do them. So hopefully it's the cheaper option there for Bruno, but watch out for that one. And of course, we do have a lot of other random SBCs that are still leaked at the moment. We got a road to the final, that Barca women's player, Esme Brooks, that is still out there, I believe. We got the Asensio card here, who is a brand new leak. Official stats for him as a 90 rated. Technical Trivella plus, of course, transfer card to Villa. That's going to be a card that is coming soon. And we also still have the Philip Lahm, man. Look, how is this SBC not released yet? EA's got today, and they got tomorrow to drop this card. I thought this was a big enough name SBC that it would have been dropping, of course, during the weekend. But unless this isn't coming out during this promo and the leaks are like wrong, unfortunately, like this could be a flashback to like the Trophy Titans in FIFA 23, because Lahm did have a big bro and little bro, and that was one of those cards that everybody was packing. So maybe the leakers got it wrong, and maybe he's going to be not in Dream Chasers. Maybe he'll be in the next promo. I don't know. But the fact that this is not out yet is still really interesting to me. Also, we still have that Chesney flashback that we talked about yesterday. So a lot of player SBCs at the moment that are still leaked. But I think for most of us right now, either you're doing Hullet or maybe you're doing Gerd Muller, or you're probably starting to save your packs. And I would say, like, I'm finishing off these two SBCs with hopefully today's fodder, maybe tomorrow's from rewards too, the stuff that we're going to open up from Rivals rewards too. But then we're going to really start saving packs for the weekend, and then the grind will be on. Definitely going to save up some of my 84 times 7s, the Dream Chaser grind packs that we're still working through, which that only has a couple of days left. So you're only going to have, what, like 50 more of these that you can do in the next 2 days. Of course, that allows you to rinse into a lot of player picks, which is going to be super cool to have a bunch of player picks for this promo with icons and heroes. Again, guys, like, just to ramble on that point for one quick second longer, I remember FIFA 23 when this first came out, and I think I packed Fernando Torres, little bro, and I thought I just hit the lottery, bro. I was like, I just packed an icon. It was the little bro version, and for like 5-10 seconds, I was like, oh, dip, this is insane. I packed a Fernando Torres. The card wasn't that insane, but I packed an icon right away, and then it was like, oh, that's how this promo works. You're packing the little bro icon cards and even some of the big bro ones pretty commonly, and that's just how it is for everybody. Like, I think last year I packed Golazo Drogba. Was that in team 2, the Golazo Drogba that I packed? Like, that was a pretty sick pull, and he was cheap. Like, this is a really good example to show. Golazo Drogba, if we can pull this one up, if it actually is going to load the right page. No, Golazo, team 2, come on, Footbin, let's load this one right here. I packed this Drogba card, and he was like 400K day one, like hour one. He went all the way down to 368,000 coins. I think he was actually more day one. Yeah, he was 600,000 coins, went down to 360, then exploded because he became one of the most OP strikers in the game. He was super crazy, but like, that's a cheap price for a Drogba like that, man. This Roberto Carlos was crazy. This Park Ji-sung was nuts. Rosicky, that's actually a good sign for those cards that we just looked at in that leak that have not had cards yet this year. Park Ji-sung and Rosicky were both in last year, both with big bro and little bro items. Harry Kuehl was in last year. He had 2 items there. Cordoba, Viali, right? That was a pretty good card last year too for a low budget. So yeah, the hype of this promo is kind of the nostalgia of the past couple of years, and EA kind of cementing this promo in a good spot for a lot of the community in terms of the hype that there is. Now, that's all the rambling I need to do about that. But really quickly, last part of Wednesday content. Like I mentioned, I don't think it's going to be that crazy of a day. Maybe a loading screen, maybe some more news and information about this promo, probably some leaks. Watch out for a brand new Team of the Week today. Again, Team of the Weeks are the most hype right now for EVOs, and I do think that it's probably a good little investment opportunity here to go through. Make sure you have an Arda Güler in the club for 12K. Make sure you have a Goretzka in the club for 15,000 coins. Like, I'm actually going to go do that right now. I'm not going to put him into an SBC, even though a lot of us need informs. Just buy one of these and put it in your club for 15,000 coins. Even if it's 15,250 versus 15K, who cares? Because that's a card that you're going to put in your club. If you have over a couple 100K, you're just going to set that in your club and you're going to wait. And whenever he fits some crazy evos that look really insane, you're going to absolutely make some bank. Kvaratskhelia is an 88 rated card as well. He's like 30K. He could go down to 25K for all I care. But for right now, what's this at? What are his playstyle pluses again? He's got technical and he's got rapid. Let me get the inform Kvaratskhelia here for 30,500. And we will put one of these in the club, and we will be waiting until he fits an evolution and goes crazy or something like that, and boom, that's really what I want to do with this team here. What other cards would you want to do that with? Mike Maignan, probably not. Maybe a Raul Jimenez, definitely a Reece James. Okay, Reece James as well. Even with the Evo, probably more Evos incoming for a card like this, but we're just doing this live on the video today, man. We're just getting it done. 12,000 for Reece James. 12K flat for Reece James. Literally the price of informs right now. You cannot go wrong with a 12,000 coin inform, no matter who it is, especially if it's an English right back named Reece James. So stock one of those in the club. I would say maybe 1 or 2 more cards. I got to get an Arda Güler. I got to get an Oyarzabal as well as a part of this. And maybe, yeah, Raul Jimenez for sure. But look for the new Team of the Week today to have some good cards in it. Watch out for those for evolutions. And yeah, player SBCs, the ones that we talked about, probably 1 or 2 of those today, but I'm not expecting a mad day. It's going to be the refreshes of all the other SBCs. That'll be where the hype is for sure. New campaign player pick, just seeing that there. That's always going to refresh on Wednesdays. It was an 88 plus. Maybe they'll try to get some of our fodder from us and they'll put a new promo in here. I don't know if they would put it in like future stars because we're still only on Team of the Year honorable mentions for this. So maybe they would do that, but that would be a part of content today too. I'm not going to expect any evolutions. I will say that. I think Evos are going to be quiet until Friday. That was kind of the trend last week, which is all right for me. It's time to get some stuff done. Stars Harvest is going to expire tomorrow, which actually there's some pretty good chains with the Stars Harvest and the new left back Evo. That's one thing to kind of watch out for too. But those that Evo is expiring tomorrow. So that's going to be the video for me today, man. I'm genuinely excited for this Immortals promo just because it's different. It's cool. I'm going to get my coins ready. We're going to get our club ready after we finish the hullets. And hopefully some more leaks today will really continue to bring the hype for Immortals, Icons, and Heroes only promo. Still very curious about the evolutions and see what EA has up their sleeve for that. But that's going to be the video. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it, comment below if you have any questions, and of course subscribe if you guys are new. I will see you guys in the stream today. It'll be about an hour before content per normal. We'll be live here on YouTube and on Twitch, and all the links are down below in the description. Make sure you check those out. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Wednesday. I will see you guys in the stream. Peace out.